Hola a todos. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to my party. Becoming Allison joined. Are you becoming Allison or are you Allison and you I don't know. 778 Leslie joined. Hi guys. I'm always excited to see people pop up and join me. We are going to talk about makeup and fun and palettes and my giveaway winner, KCRA underscore Roca. Roca. Roca? Roca. I don't know, but it's a CH, so it's probably not that. Um, sorry, I just mutilated your on-screen name, but I hope you still love me. Faith Brash is with us. Thank you guys for coming in. We got people popping in, and I'm so excited. How you guys doing on Sunday? What did you guys do today? Anybody go to church? Am I the only one who does that such a thing in this neck of the woods? Hey, love. Hey. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I do church. We do church pretty early because our service starts at 9. So that means we get back with some time to kill. So Fluffy Smiles is here. Yay. So we got back and took Rainbow out. It's cold. Yesterday I posted it. I think it was no, I put it on my regular. Casey. KCRA. Okay, that makes sense. Casey. Yeah, cool. All right. I was looking at the Roca part, the ROCHA, Roca. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So it's I never know what people's names quite mean, and then I have to. Sometimes I know their name, but then I don't know their handles or vice. Anyway, it's like messed up, and I slept in. Yeah, I can't sleep in. If I don't show up, nothing happens. Literally, I kind of run the place. I'm not exaggerating with that. I'm going to take my dress right here and kind of wipe off my little camera for YouTube, and hopefully it's a little more clear. That looks a little more clear. Yeah, I'm I don't preach, but I do everything else. I do the music. This morning I did the sound. Our sound guys, father and son, the mother slash wife passed away, and so they've been out for a couple weeks, and so we've had some people filling in. And in the meantime, I'm like, okay, we need a manual that is basically how to do sound and tech here for dummies, like in case this happens again, because it's going to happen again. And I've been saying this for a while, but everybody's like, oh yeah, let's do that. And I didn't want to kind of step in, but I'm like, your girl's stepping in because apparently that's what I do. I got the lead follower, get out of the way. And then you guys get these things. And anybody else, that sort of person, I am a lead follower, get out of the way person. And I swear, I swear I'm autistic. I'm serious. I'm not even kidding about that. Clearly high functioning. Well, I think so. Anyhow, others might question that, but I don't know, because sometimes I get in the zone so much, and then I just kind of like I'm like, okay, let's do this. And they showed up, and I was like, hey guys, do you know where we have another mic cable? And they're like, hi to you too. I mean, I said hi, but anyway, so the thing is I sang at the funeral and I saw them, and I already talked to them and whatnot. And so I had forgotten that many of the people at the church hadn't seen them. Like our executive pastor had been out of town when she died and whatnot. And so it was I had to apologize. I was like, I'm sorry guys, I need to remember that even if we've only got 25 minutes before start time and we don't have a mic cable or one that works anyhow, I need to remember sometimes there's conversations that need to happen even if the rest of the stuff doesn't get done. That's a hard thing to remember as somebody that's like, let's move, let's get it. So I kind of was like, oops. I felt like a boob at that point. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Hey, it looks like 1:00 is maybe a good time on Sundays to have you guys come in, because you guys are it's true. Keep that focus. Yeah, I do keep the focus, and I really kind of zero in, like, I'm a efficiency person, and I'm like, we can talk later. That's kind of how I am. But there's certain times that you can't. You just need to say, I'm so happy to see you, and I'm, so sorry for what happened. Sorry for your loss. You got to. And I have already said those things to them. That's the thing, is it's not like I don't think we should say that. It's I forgot that they hadn't seen everybody else. They'd seen me. They haven't seen everybody else. So that was just Wasn't thinking. So anyway, they're very gracious people, really, really nice guys. And their mother was there. The grandmother was there, and it was really great to have them. So anyway, we're glad to have our guys back. But it's hard. She was about my age. Um, I didn't know her. I know the husband slash son, husband and I shouldn't say slash. Never mind. That's weird. The husband and son, but they also have a daughter. They adopted them both, I think, from Vietnam. I think both of them from Vietnam. The son is a sweetheart. He's also autistic. He's fantastic, fantastic guy. He does much of our sound, just super consistent, and he missed a total of 1 week, and that was last week. He actually came the Sunday after she passed because he just wanted to keep that normalcy, keep that rhythm going and whatnot. And I totally understand. But now we've had some other guys that have been able to step in. So sometimes, things can happen in bad ways, but sometimes it takes tragedy for us to realize, hey, you know what? We need to have a backup plan. We need to have plan B so that we're all taken care of. Anyway, people are important. People are important. And I believe that. But sometimes I also am like, we've got something to do. We have to get this done because I'm also about efficiency. And I'm all about people. I'm the one who said, hey, after church, since we have the time, let's have the fellowship time. And so we do that. We go downstairs and have coffee, and all the women take turns. The women and men take turns bringing in cookies and treats and whatnot. And we sit around and talk. And that was my idea. So I'm all about that part of it. It's just balance, right? All right. How are you doing, Rainbow? She's still wearing her sweater. I need to make some more sweaters for her. I might do like a little tutorial on how I do that. She might go meet her cousin today. She has a new cousin. It's actually my nephew's dog, so whatever that is. So maybe they'll go play today. I don't know. She gets a little bit shy at first, but once she gets to know them, if they're really outgoing and want to play with her, she'll probably try to play, as long as they're not too rough. If they're too rough, she might just be like, Mommy, protect me from this dog, until she gets to know them. We'll see. I picked up only a couple of things. Now, let's talk about my wish list. November is my birth month. I will be turning how old? How old? This is one of the questions in my giveaway. Let's see if anybody has it. How old will I be next month? Anyone? Anyone? Somebody said in my 30s. My handle says 40 plus. I'm not in my 30s, guys. My handle says do we call it a handle anymore? That's so old fashioned. That's like, I don't know. Mine too. Oh, Leslie's birthday. What can I ask you what day, or is that too personal for you to post on social? You don't have to post it. But if you want to. Mine's the 23rd. So I'll just tell you that. You can tell me if yours is before or after mine, or not. You don't have to do any of that. All right. So anyway, I am thinking of all the goodies that I want to get. I know Rainbow's eating, so if you hear chomping, that's what that is. And Rainbow is the name of my dog. November 13th. That was whose birthday was that? November 4th was my dad's birthday. I feel like one of the girls that we knew when we were young, actually my ex-sister-in-law's youngest sister, I think that's her birthday, I think. Why do I remember that? Because it's in November. And I was young, and birthdays were important to me when I was like 7 years old. So I remember weird things. I don't remember the people, but I remember the birthday. And maybe that's the autism sneaking in. One of these days I'll get tested. I'm actually scared, though. And this is for real, because as a woman, okay, we're going to get deep real quick. As a woman, if I do test on the spectrum, which I would not be surprised if I'm going to test on the spectrum, because there's so many weird, quirky things. Like there's some really serious things. I cannot listen to music for pleasure. I'm a musician. I'm a music teacher. It's what I do. I can't listen to music for pleasure because I can't do anything else. And also I analyze music. I can't just, well, now I think I've trained myself just like with some, like meditating and just trying to force my brain. I have learned a little bit to kind of slow down and whatnot and be in the music. I am when I perform or when I'm singing, when I'm leading worship and that sort of thing. Then it's a whole different thing. The music is I'm expressing. But when I'm listening, it's like I'm thinking, oh, what was that chord and what was that? What did they do there? What was that ornament and what was that? How was that harmony going together? All this kind of stuff. Because I'm an analytical mind, but I'm a little quirky analytical mind. So that's why I think I probably would test on the spectrum. But the problem is, especially as a woman, y'all know this is, y'all know I'm not lying. As a woman, and particularly as a woman in academics. Now, secular academics are not so bad anymore, but my doctorate is in worship studies. So it's very theologically heavy, and it's also very traditional and very kind of evangelical, more or less conservative. Most of the people that I am with and associate with and whatnot have gotten over this idea about, women leaders, pastors, preachers, teachers, whatever you want to say. But some people are still hung up on it. They're still hung up on it, even though they'll disregard the rest of that scripture that says that. But anyway, so we don't need to get into theology of it. But the whole point is, it's really easy to dismiss somebody once they test on the spectrum. And this is the problem. Same thing with mental illness. As soon as somebody discloses that they have any sort of mental illness, it happens especially with women. People will say, well, that's their mental illness, rather than actually validating that, hey, you know what, that person maybe has a good point. If they don't agree with you on anything, they're going to say it's your autism, it's your mental illness, it's your ADHD, it's your whatever it happens to be. So that's why I'm a little scared to get tested. If I get tested, I might keep it top secret just because I don't want it to come back to bite me in the butt. Because people will be like, well, can she really lead? I don't know. Maybe we should check the last, since I've been, 13 years old and have been a leader. I mean, anyway, okay. Suddenly I can't lead because I got tested or whatnot. So my number 7 purchases that I got. Let's get off the heavy stuff, guys. You know that's what happens, especially on Sundays. I tend to get on these little rants because I am tired. Maybe that's an autism thing too. I don't know. But because I'm extra tired, and so I'm like, and also, so anybody, Gary, is it Gary Smalley? Is it Gary Smalley that wrote The 5 Love Languages? That's an excellent book, by the way, but they missed one. They missed mine. My love language is communication. It's not in the book. They do say words of affirmation, but that's not the same thing. I don't want you to affirm me. I want you to be honest. I want feedback. I want communication. I want an open dialogue, even if it's not good information. That's me. I need that. I crave it. And if I don't have it, I feel stifled. I don't know. Number 7, I picked up these 2 things. Number 7, protect and perfect intents. I'm going to show you what I have right now that I've been using. I've shown you guys anyhow, for you that have been around. I got this one and I love it. So this is the Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. So this is like a skin tint, but it's really moussey and just has a beautiful finish on it. It's just like airbrushed. So I decided to grab this one and see if this one is comparable. Where's my mirror? My husband, my husband always takes my mirror. I'm like, I'm going to get him a mirror. This doesn't have as much perfecting as that one, especially after a bit of time. I do definitely see my pores and texture in here. There's quite a bit of pores and texture. Yeah. I also intentionally left this little smudge here because I want to tell on the mascara that I'm wearing. So, because you guys know I like to test mascaras. I've gotten into that. So I'll tattle on this mascara that I'm wearing in a second here. But so I'm wearing this one today, and I'm using the ABH loose powder and a little bit of the number 7 powder, which really does blur. So that it's not that, I think it's just a little more dewy than the other one. I think the other one is a little more mattified, meaning the other base. But this one is Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced All-in-One Foundation. Targets the appearance of the first signs of aging. Medium coverage, sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 50. Now, here's the funny thing when I was reading this. You want to hear something funny? Directions. Okay, I'm reading it right off the box. If you can read backwards, you can see that. Apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure. Reapply at least every 2 hours. Wait, is this sunscreen or is this a foundation with sunscreen in it? Because I'm not going to reapply my foundation every 2 hours, guys. Just not going to do it. Sorry. Use water-resistant sunscreen if swimming or sweating. Anyway, I know that's just because of the sunscreen thing, but I just think it's funny that they said that thing. But this is supposed to have a whole bunch of stuff in that's good for acetyl peptides, acetyl, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff I can't pronounce that's supposed to be good for you. There you go. I do like number 7. I think they do really well with especially mature skin. My skin is not, it doesn't look as mature as I am, but it is getting up there and whatnot. So I was glad to try this. I don't think I like it as much as the other, but I do think it gives a little bit more coverage than the other, maybe. I need to do like a half and half and make a comparison. Also, I put my makeup on in almost darkness because I still don't have light right now, except for I could probably have turned on my ring light, but I didn't want that kind of intense light. So I have a light over here for the kitchen and a light over here for the entrance, and there's no lights in the living room. And this morning, of course, it was dark, so there was no light coming from the window. So I need to get another light here also because when I read, doctoral classes are starting up again on Monday. Anyway, so I need to get a light so I don't kill my eyes even more as I'm reading. But yeah, I like it. I think it's very good. It says medium coverage, and it doesn't say... Oh, it says hydrating and age defining. That makes sense. Because it's hydrating, it's going to show a little bit more texture because it's a little more dewy. Okay, makes sense. Totally makes sense. The other one is more matte. This one I'll probably use more in the wintertime. Okay, now I got this thing. I have also this one. I love this concealer, and I mentioned this is one of my favorites. However, I got the wrong color. I got light medium, and I need to just get light. And actually, it's weird because this is kind of like to me, kind of an olive sort of complected product. But the coverage is fantastic. It looks so beautiful on the skin. I have never seen any sort of concealer that's this good. The better one for oily prone skin, I would say, is the other one, this guy. This is the Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. Let me see what it says. Satin finish. Okay, so this one says satin finish, and this one says hydrating. So, yeah, and I'd say this one is better for oily skin. But then again, for me, I don't know how old you are, but for me, because I am going to be 46, the answer to the question, that was in my giveaway, which I'm going to announce the winner in this video. So we'll see if she comes in. It's a she. I gave you that much. But yeah, since I'll be 46 in the wintertime, and also because I moved from the Caribbean, and so my skin is like, what is this cold? Which I mean, everything about me is talking. I hate the cold right now. I used to like cold weather now. I used to hate hot weather. Not anymore. But yeah, so I think that other one will be probably better in the wintertime when it gives a little bit more hydration. Now, I love this guy, but this is just a basic Lift and Illuminate Serum Concealer. Just that. Now, this is, I guess this is a new one. This is Hydroluminous. So I think they have like this new line that's like the blue and, like this color scheme going on. That's like very skincare heavy, which I think is cool. I mean, I DIY my skincare, so I don't really care about it. So this is a dark circle concealer. I got it in shade 1. I sat there and I was like, man. 43. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'll have to take a look at your pictures and see how old you actually look. No, it's funny because sometimes I see people that are my age. There's a woman we met, and my husband's like, "How old is she? She looks so old." And I'm like, "You're not supposed to say that about people. Like in Haiti, you can say whatever you want to say, basically, but here you can't because people like get angry at you and cancel you and try to throw you in jail and all that kind of stuff for saying the truth." In Haiti, you can say the truth. It's still a free country. Well, not really, because you get kidnapped. But other than that, I guess you never win. Yeah. So he's like, "She looks so old," and then I found out she was like 2 years older than me, or a year older than me. And I was like, "Yeah, we're kind of the same age." He's like, "You look like you're 15 years younger." And then like other people, I feel like I look older than, and they're young. It's funny. Tati Westbrook. I found out she's 39. I thought she was my age. I mean, she is gorgeous, so I'm not criticizing her. She's beautiful, but she's also had lots of, procedures. I mean, not like, I don't think she's had any plastic surgery, but she's had like, a lot of facials and stuff like that, and so she should look better than me considering the the abuse I put my skin through. I don't know. I'm just saying it's kind of funny because you can't judge skin, you can't judge age anymore. All right, so this is the Hydroluminous Dark Circle Concealer. I think this is a new one. Again, number 7. I got it in shade 1, which is the lightest. It is light, but it's not that light. So let me just squeeze it a little bit. It has that little thing, but it has kind of, instead of being like the Maybelline one that has like the little, spongy thing, it just has a single hole at the end, if you see that. And that's the shade. So yeah, I don't know. I have good genes, maybe. I think my mom looks good for her age, but I don't know what a 80 whatever year old woman is supposed to look like. I don't know. I think she looks decent for her age. She doesn't like do anything. She doesn't put makeup on her. She doesn't even use moisturizer. She doesn't use skincare, nothing. Washes her face, that's it. That's all you got. That's all but she has really sensitive skin, so she has just stayed away from everything, and she doesn't want to do anything else. And I'm like, you know what? Once you've lived 80 years, you can pretty much tell everybody, just bug off. My husband, so my husband's from Haiti. There's another, most of you guys said he's from the Dominican Republic. He's not. He's from Haiti. But he's listening to like American slang to try to learn some of the American slang and whatnot. And I think it was buzz off or bug off or something like that. He's like learning how to tell people to leave him alone. It's funny because he found a YouTube video. So he was practicing like telling people to get lost. And I was like, okay, fun. I like this. I think it's nice. It seems a little lighter than this one. I mean, lighter in texture. So we'll see. Enamored Beauty's here. Hello, gorgeous. So I will probably try to compare these together, and also the two foundations, even though I do know that this one is more hydrating than the other. So I'm going to expect that, but I just want to see how they wear and whatnot. But I will be interested in trying these two together since they are both number E. How those compare. The other one is in my monthly basket, so I'm giving it a good amount of use. It looks like YouTube is trying to reconnect. Hopefully that happens. Looks like I have internet, so we should be okay. All right, what do I have on today? I think this dress is from Shein. I ordered a bunch of stuff from them a year or so ago, and I think I got this. It's kind of cute. It has this weird collar, though, and I just can't do it up here, so I just tie it in like a little bow down here and let it hang. The earrings are I got these from, what's that Fufu store? That really, really fancy store. Saks Fifth Avenue. So there's a Saks Fifth Avenue outlet near us. And I got these for like $3 or $4 or something like that, I think. I think that's where they came from. So, I tried to dye my hair purple and give it like some streaks. It didn't take. So I just got a lot of gray showing. I'm still wondering what to do, but I did do the wolf cut, but I did it super long. So I've got a lot of layers here and whatnot. It's okay. Anyway, I don't know. We're still, the hair is still a work in progress. The glasses are from Zenny. These are my Christmas glasses, but they're the green and red. And actually they happen to match this dress just right because the dress has green and red. That's basically the same shade. My eye look is very almost neutral, and we'll talk about that in sometime this week because I have one more look to do with it, and then I'll post it. But I actually combined two palettes because I needed a little sparkle, and the one I was using, here's a hint in case you care, is a matte. So, yeah, that's what we got. Now the mascara I was going to tell on. It seems like this is the eye that wants to smudge all the time. I don't know if I have longer lashes on this side, but there's a tiny bit of flaking right here. But here I've got some smudging and darkness. Let's see if I can flick that way. That's just a flake. It's not too bad. It's kind of okay. Okay. Let's talk about these palettes. So this is what I put up here, and I said, this could be overrated. And that's not clickbait. I was going to say clickbait, but it's clickbait. That's not clickbait. That's actually my sincere thought. All right, so I got this. I showed it to you guys. It is such a beautiful palette. You have seen this all over the internet. Everybody's going gaga over it with good reason. It's a $20 palette. This one is $5 more than the other one I'm going to show you. And the color story is so down my alley with those purples and blues, teals, and then some of the neutral colors that are really pretty. So I did some looks with this, and I posted yesterday. I posted a collab that I did with Miss Whimsy 22. Go check her out. It's on my feed, whatever you call it. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it's one of my posts, and it's the one that doesn't show me in the front. It shows her, but it does show me in it. So if you scroll through, you'll see her and then me and then her and then me and then her and then me and then her and me. And we both did a look with this palette, but there was a caveat. It wasn't exactly with this palette. I did it with this palette, and we used basically this color, this color, this color, this color, this color, this color. I think that's it. Oh, and this color. Did I show you all those? So basically, it's all the bright colors. So Hope, Rich, Ace, Flapper, Velvet, Lavish, and Revival. I think those are the ones. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I don't remember. Anyway, I posted it in there so you can see. But she didn't use this palette. She used her recreated version of this palette, which is made from a lot of indie brands and singles. And it's fantastic. Now, just to be clear, all of her looks are fantastic. And I don't know if it's because she's gorgeous, which she is, or because it is the kind of an ode to the, or a testament, that's the word, not ode, testament to the fact that she uses, I'm dying. Oh, there's no water in here. Rainbow, go get me water. She's not going to do it. That it's testament to the quality of the indie brand. Oh my goodness. When I'm so tired, I never get sleep on Saturday night before Sunday. Just letting you know, I slept like 2 hours or 3 hours last night. That's typical. Now I got to go to a rehearsal because my niece, bless her heart, she's having her wedding in December. And her way of asking me to sing and play for her wedding was to send me the music and be like, all right, guys, these are the songs we're going to do. And I'm like, sure, I'll play for you. I mean, I always sucker her into stuff anyhow. So, well, I don't always. Actually, they avoid me pretty well. But anyway, it goes both ways. But still, I was just like, this is kind of a really busy time of year. Anyway, okay, so back to this. So Miss Whimsy 22, she did her own look with using her own version of these. And she gets more into that in her post. Check out mine, though. And if you're curious about this, check her out. Now, so I used this for 3 days. I love the looks. I love the mattes. I love how the shimmers go on. The problem, these shimmers are different than any other shimmers in my collection. Now you can see my eyes are super hooded, right? So when I look up, that like everything disappears. You've got no, even when I'm looking straight at you, I've got no lid visible, right? When I relax. Fortunately, I'm very expressive and I do this a lot. And so you see a lot of my eyelid because of just my weird expressive habits. These shimmers are absolutely stunning. What is that? I don't know, some weird color there. So these shimmers are absolutely stunning, but they separate like the Dickens. Can I say that? Is that a cool word? Is that what the kids are saying? They separate like crazy on my eyes. I don't have anything in my entire collection, and y'all know I've got a heap of palettes, man. I got a bunch. I got everything from super cheap to super expensive. I've never had anything separate like these do. I mean, look how gorgeous they are. They're so pretty. Um, but they separate. And the only way that I have found is so I use my tacky base. Now, it might be that I should just not use a tacky base. In fact, I might actually just on one eye for fun. Let me see if I can do one over the top of this and see if I can do this without a tacky base. I have kind of a neutral look. See, I have a neutral look that I put on this morning, and I have no creasing, even with my heavily hooded eyes. I do have some mascara flecks up there. Let me see if I can brush that off. There's a spoolie. And so, yeah, I have no, and I got an eye booger too. Those are fun. Those are always so classy when you have a great look and then you just have a slimy eye booger sitting there. Ruins everything. I'm going to go into either Gold Digger or Crush. I'm not sure which one. I want it to be as close as possible. I think I'm going to go into Gold Digger because I think that will be the closest. Man, the shine on here is just gorgeous. Look at that. But I'm going to put this on and we'll just kind of talk, and then I'll come back hopefully before this video ends and take a look and see if it separates. Because this one looks fine. It doesn't look separated. I mean, it looks a little worn just because, you know, I didn't use any tacky base. Usually I will use a tacky base with shimmers. I just decided I was too lazy this morning. And since it was neutral, I'm like, nobody's going to really see anyhow, which is true. You have to get pretty close to see that it's doing some funkiness. But I want to see what this is going to do after a few minutes to see if it starts separating and creasing. Because I had a problem with this. So maybe I just need to not use a tacky base. If you have hooded eyes, please tell me. I have seen people review this who have hooded eyes and they love it and they give it all these kudos and acclaim and everything. Everybody loves the palette. They love the palette. But I have heard some people have the problem with it separating and or creasing. And so people are like, be careful. And I'm like, well, but all these other people that have hooded eyes, they say it's great. So I don't know if it's in my application, if I should maybe not use a tacky base because maybe it's just whatever is in here. Because that's what it felt like. Usually I put the tacky base on, I put something over, and I set it with that shimmer, and it's all good. With this one, I put the tacky base on, and it just kept being a little sticky, and I would have to layer. And actually, I finally went in with a little bit of the powder, just a real, like one of the plain, one of these like cream colored mats, and I just use that to set it and then put the shimmer over the top, and then it seems. So maybe it just needs to go in over a powder instead of this, which is basically what's on my eye now. So that might help. We'll see if that's better. Do you guys have the same problem? Speak to me. Speak to me. I always use primer. Yeah, I always use an eye primer. And then I also use a tacky base, usually with shimmers. But with this one, when I use the tacky base, it just stayed sticky and then would separate unless I really packed. I mean, I would have to spend like 15, 20 minutes just packing it on after I did like the regular eye look. It was not cool. So I'm going to try it maybe just over powder and just, you know, over a regular eye primer set and see if that fits better. Somebody said that might work better. We'll see, because it might be that they actually are built in with it. So here's the other one, Wilderness. You know, it came out and I went, oh, I gotta get it because FOMO. Do I need to say more? We all have it. It's one of those things. We all deal with it. You know, none of us are immune, but those are pretty. This is a lot lighter and brighter than Age of Opulence, but man, it's pretty. I know you've seen a ton of these, so I don't think you need to really worry about it. Leslie, do you have either one of these palettes, and have you had any sort of the same issues with them? Because if I can find the solution for how to work with them, the colors are stunning, and I would like to put that out there so people know how to work with them. If you do have super heavily hooded eyes, oily eyes, I have an oily skin, you know, what you need to do to make it work. So I'll keep playing with them. I mean, I bought them. This is $15, by the way. if it's still available. Is it still available? Anybody know? It's so pretty. It's such a nice palette. Anyway. Our winner. You guys want to know who the winner is? Oh yeah, those palettes are quite beautiful. FOMO. I had another FOMO experience yesterday. I'll tell you about it. If you've been reading my stories, you will know what the FOMO. I didn't even have FOMO. I just had impulse. Speaking of impulse buy, there's certain companies that whatever they release, I'm going to basically buy it. Almost, especially eyeshadow. I have not seen our winner come and join us. Now, I will tell you. Firstly, I'm gonna tell you the answers to the questions. How old am I? I'm turning 26. I almost said 26. That's funny. I'm turning 46 next month on the 23rd. I do accept gifts, greetings and well wishes as well. But gifts, gifts are really where it's at. Just kidding, guys. I'm thinking of maybe doing a giveaway on my birthday. Maybe. What do you think? Should I do a giveaway on my birthday? I also am almost at 100 on YouTube. Guys, if you're not subscribing to me on YouTube, get your butts over there, your booties over there, and subscribe so I can reach 100 so I can do another giveaway. But I don't have enough stuff here accumulated, so I'm just going to have to go and buy some stuff maybe. Don't tell us, hubby, that I said that. I actually was considering getting the Juvia's Place Halloween mystery box, which is not, it's funny. They're like, mystery box. And then like 3 days later, people are like unwrapping my mystery box. So you can just basically see what's in it. And it's almost always the exact same thing. And I thought of trying that. They have a black lip gloss, or is it a liquid lipstick? That I'm like, I probably won't use that. I love that stuff. I love vampy stuff, but it just makes me look like a pale ghost. And I put it on and I'm like, ooh, I look good. And then I take pictures and I'm like, ooh, not so much. I don't know. My lips are weird. Has anybody noticed my lips? So I have this. That was a rhetorical question, by the way. I mean, you can tell me if you've noticed. My lips are broken. Someday I might tell you those stories are pretty tragic, but whatever. So the belief, it was a long time ago, so I'm over the trauma of it for the most part. This is a Belief lip mask that I got from Influencer in their fall Vox box that they sent out. I got this, and I got some other skincare and dry shampoo and stuff like that I showed a couple weeks ago. I've been using this, and I like it in the morning before I put my makeup on because it kind of has time to sink in. And this one that I have from AOA Studio, which is $1, by the way, it's also very heavily perfumed, but it kind of smells good. I don't know. It's the rose one. The fruit one would probably be a little more appetizing, but I like it. This is really heavy and just stays there. So it's more like a Vaseline. This one sinks in. So I like this one because I like this one in the morning because I can put it on, and by the time I get to my lips, it's usually sunk in, where this one at night gives a kind of barrier so it doesn't dry out by morning. I got the yawns. I know. I'm sorry. It's Sunday. I'm tired. Just that's how it works around here. Just that's how it goes. You can't take good pictures. All right. So let's talk about taking good pictures. I always look better in my pictures than I do in real life. We're going to pretend that this is my phone. You gotta work with it, and you gotta put it up a little bit higher about this level. Generally, that's going to be the thing. I know this is like elementary maybe, but also you're going to want to play like with your different expressions. I usually will kind of lift my eyebrows a little bit and tilt my head, but I also have this weird thing that if I tilt my head the wrong way, you see how my neck, it's really thick, and then that will show up. So I kind of have to like tilt my head and get at the right angle. It's hard for me to do on the camera because the cameras aren't moving. But if I do it this way, and then I look like I have a really sleek chin and neck. Now, I don't really care if I look like how I look because I look like how I look. And I'm on here doing live streams anyhow. And this is how I look, kids. So, I mean, whatever. And I do like, pictures with me not wearing makeup and whatnot. So the thing is, You probably, Leslie, you probably can take good pictures. You probably are just being too critical of yourself, because that's what we do. Because we are taught that no matter how beautiful we are, and you are gorgeous, if I can tell from that little tiny picture, right? Um, no matter how beautiful we are, it's not good enough. That's how we are taught as American Caucasian women. It does not exist the same way in a lot of cultures. Now, it does exist in certain cultures, especially like, for example, when I was in Haiti, there was this ridiculous thing because I was bald. Like, when I had the PCOS was like wreaking havoc on my life. I didn't have any hair. I was bald up here. Like, if I would part my hair, the part would be at least this wide. Literally. Like, that would be scalp. You'd see that much scalp. It was really bad. And people are like, I like your hair. Your hair's so great. I was like, it's only because it's white people hair. Like it's so ingrained into people in Haiti and a lot of other cultures that somehow Caucasian hair is always wonderful, no matter how bad. I mean, mine was bad. It was like if I put it in a ponytail, all of it, there was like that much hair. Literally, I have pictures back on my Instagram. You can see. And so, like the fact that I have this much hair now is just because I focused on it. And yeah. Anyway, Miss Charlie's here. Hi. We started a little bit early because I got a practice coming up in a little bit, and I have to get ready to get over there. So act like I practiced. I didn't. My nieces were like, "Make sure you practice because the wedding's only in 2 months." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a ton of time." I'm like, "When you guys played for me, we would like practice one time or maybe 2 times, and then you guys would be like, that's good enough." Now we have to practice like every week for. Now it's been like 3 months. Yeah, whatever. And she's like, "Well, make sure because Pablo, he's practicing." And I said, "Good, turn him up." Because then if we make a mistake, we can all just be like, "Pablo." Yeah, that's my nephew, by the way. Very critical, especially about getting older. You know what? I think older women are stunning. Sorry, I do. Why is it that men can get older and we're like, ooh, look at that hunk of fine wine and refined gentleman and his gray hair? I mean, I think gray hair on a man is so cute. Like when my husband gets gray in his beard, I'm like, oh, he's so cute. But he hates it. He died. He's more careful about it than me. Me, I don't care. You see all that gray? I don't care. Whatever. It's all good. But I don't know. We are so brainwashed into thinking that our value I mean, you've heard this. I don't have to say it, but we're so brainwashed into thinking that somehow it's our obligation to be beautiful, our obligation to look a certain way so that people enjoy looking at us. And if we don't, they have the right to say, "Ew, that's disgusting," or something like that. Honey, sometimes in the summertime, I purposefully do this just so people can enjoy my hairy armpits. It's funny because in Haiti, nobody cares about that. So like nobody shaves, but I'm exceptionally hairy, especially because of PCOS. So my legs would get really hairy. And sometimes I'd see my students like, "Hey, do you see that?" And they didn't know that I like knew what they were talking about. I was like, yeah, so whatever, deal with it. Hairy legs. God gave me hairy legs. Sometimes I shave, sometimes I don't. It's all about what I want to do. If you don't like it, bye. All right. So the questions. I am turning 46 next month. I'm officially over the hill, right? Because 90 is like a good age, right? I'm going to live till 100, so I guess 50 will be at the peak of my particular hill because I'm going to live to. I'm deciding that I'm living till 100. But if I live till 90, we're all good. Yeah, Miss Charlie. But then again, let's talk about this. Leslie. I don't know if you know Miss Charlie, but you need to go meet Miss Charlie. Go look at her pictures and tell me how old she looks. Because she looks like she could be my younger sister from another mister. But seriously, she's older than me. She looks younger by a lot. Yep, 46. So you were right. And then Athena on fire too. 46 and September 26th. September 26th is the birthday of the niece whose wedding I'm going to go sing in. I've got a lot of nieces and nephews. So if I talk about my niece, it could be any number of them. I got a lot and a lot of great nieces and nephews. And they're not little. My oldest great niece is 18. My oldest great niece like biological, same mommy, daddy that me and actually her grandpa is how much older than me? 8 or 9 years older than me. He's a great grandpa. No, he's a grandpa. My mom's a great. I don't know. Yes, I sing. I sing and play music. That is my occupation. So anybody that was like, "What's my occupation?" I'm a singer. I'm a music teacher. I am a professor at a university in Haiti, and I also teach here locally, music privately, and I'm also a worship director at 2 churches. So those are all my occupation. Plus, I'm a student. I'm a doctoral student. So, yeah, I know. I like finding the older women because the older women don't care as much. The younger ones are like, "Ooh, filters. Ooh, duck lips. Ooh, I." Duck lips actually make my stomach turn when I see people like doing it like for real, like not like, oh, I'm gonna put this lipstick on. I mean, when I do it, it looks ridiculous because my lips are just tragic. But and they're also kind of extra large anyhow. But people are like, I'm gonna put this on. Like we know what you're doing, woman. You don't walk around with your lips like come on. You couldn't tell the difference between somebody who has naturally full lips and somebody who's doing. Or the trick is you just bring the corners of your lips in. So this is normal, and this is the corners of my lips in, and that's what they do. It just puckers them up, right? Filters. Hey, you know what? Whatever. But stop using filters. Like take pictures of your skin just the way it is, and be like, hey, this is me in all my goodness, and people will appreciate that because we want, especially those of us in this age range, we want to see people who are real. Like we are so tired of the filters, but if you want to use filters, sometimes I will be like, ooh, put the little bit of, this and that. I will do it on my first picture sometimes, just so that it's a little more bright and attracts more attention. Hey, you know what? Speaking of clickbaiting, whatever. Sometimes I'll put a little bit, but then everything else you see in there is legit. 90% or more of the pictures that I post are unfiltered. Unless there's a filter on my phone. I think there's a filter on my phone, maybe. Either that or my phone is just not that great. All right. So I am a professor. I am a worship director. I am a music teacher, and I am a musician. Those are occupations. And I am a dog mom, but I didn't count that as a occupation. And and a graduate student. Look washed out and weird with most filters. I have not really gotten into filters, so I don't know. I don't have the patience for it, and I don't really care. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Miss Charlie, you don't have to use filters. You already look like you're a teenager. Shut up. Just kidding. I love you. But seriously, like, you don't have to look, you would be like what everybody wants to filter their face. See, I'm spitting. I'm getting so excited. Wants to filter their face to look like. So anyway, yeah. The other thing I hate. Now, I'm sorry if any of you guys do this. You do you. Lip fillers, especially. Okay, there's some that you're like, okay, there's a little bit of filler. I'm talking about when when the Cupid's bow is gone. That ain't pretty. That's not pretty. Then whatever. Use your filters. It doesn't matter. You're gorgeous. Whatever. You're beautiful with or without. It's all good. But no, I mean I know people do their stuff here. Whatever. Yeah, you have amazing skin. So everybody can go look at Miss Charlie, and then you can all hate on her because she makes me look like a senior citizen. Legit, she does. And she's how old are you, Miss Charlie? You want to tell us? I don't know. I knew once, but aren't you in your 50s? It's sickening how she does not look her age at all. I mean, I don't care. I mean, congratulations to you. It's just crazy because how is that possible? Whatever. All right, next question. Where's my husband from? We already established he's from Haiti. A lot of people said Dominican Republic. And my dog's name is Rainbow. Fun story. When she was given to me, I was told she was a boy. So I said, we'll call her Rambo because my husband loves Rambo, the movies. And so I was like, we'll call her Rambo because then maybe my husband will be a little bit more appreciative about the fact that I got a dog that he didn't want. And Laguna. I don't know what Laguna is. You'll have to inform me. I don't really care. I mean, my lips already look big, so I don't really worry about it. And I don't really want them emphasized because you can see how crooked they are. You see the side comes up and whatnot. They've been really beat up. 53. See? Miss Charlie's 53. Well, someday I'll look as young as you, Miss Charlie. Maybe when I'm 53. Oh, it's a filter. Okay. See, I don't know anything about filters. Is that it? We got the occupation. We got my husband's from Haiti. We got my age. We've got my dog's name. Oh, my favorite color is purple. I think most people got that because I'm just like purple, 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 purple. So most of you guys got that one. I had several people that got three correct, and then we're kind of like, well, your occupation is like YouTuber, this and that, and kind of a couple of different things. Yeah, Shadow is actually my doggy niece, my niece's dog. And yeah, the little black one, her name is Shadow. But that's not mine. Mine is Rainbow. But yeah, she was supposed to be Rambo, and then I was like, that does not look like boy parts, and then we just changed it to Rainbow. So she's my transgender dog. I actually wrote a blog post about it. People thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, my lips. So I did. Oh, I was telling you, I did a little picture with this stuff because I've got to like do a post on it because that's what they give you the stuff for. And man, you can really see how messed up my lips are. And I think it's just because the way it just kind of emphasizes texture. But this is not supposed to make your lips look like like you've got gloss on. It's supposed to actually moisturize them and be good for them. So I will forgive it for that. So the winner, and I chose this before this. I picked the people that had almost everything right because there was not anybody that got everything right. And I put it in a random number generator, and because there were only a few of them, I wanted to make sure. So I actually hit the random number generator 3 times. And of those 3 times, 2 of the 3 times it picked the same number. And that was Nen. Who's here? So Nen 4 gets all of the junk that's in this box. Right here. Ugh. There you go. Yeah. So all of that gets to go to you. I'll try to ship it out this week. I'll be glad to get it out of here. Yes, you. Congratulations. I was so glad that you showed up because I was like, it would be kind of a bummer if our winner didn't show up for the announcement. But I mean, it happens. But yes, yay, you are the winner. So send me your and you're in the U.S., right? I did say continental U.S. It has to be the U.S. because I can't afford to send another thing to Canada. As long as you're in the U.S., then it's yours. Send me your name and address and all that kind of stuff, and I will get it mailed off to you. Lots of fun stuff in there. A lot of stuff that I really like. Some stuff that I'm not so crazy about, but I know other people will appreciate. So, and if you don't like it, hey, Christmas is coming. Stocking stuffers. Throw it in there, girl. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to be all mad because you used it a different way. There was something else I was going to talk to you guys about. What was it? I feel like there was something else. So we went through. Oh. Last night, I was being all good. Actually, this month, I think I'm okay if I can make it like another couple days. Well, basically a week, because next Sunday is the 31st. I might not. I might. So I'm like, I use my palettes for 3 days, which means in a month, I'm using 10 palettes, which means I am trying to make sure. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I'm trying to make sure that um, yeah, everybody missed at least two questions, so that's why you were in the final because I think you got 3 out of 5. So, and there were several people that got 3 out of 5, some different threes of, but they got 3 out of 5. So I was like, okay, fine. No, you didn't lose. You win. You winded. Um, that's why I talk about my dog when you guys pretend that your dog talks back to you. Does your dog have like its own baby talk that is in your mind that you think your dog is saying, or your cat or whatever your fur babies are? Anyway, so I was sitting there minding my own business. I was like, ooh, I'm going to do really well and not get more than 10 pallets because my goal is not to bring in more pallets that I'm using so that I can actually be making it through my enormous and growing palette collection. I think come January, I'm going to start decluttering some, especially after I've used them a couple times because there's some that I'm like, I don't love this one. It's okay, but it's not, whatever. Yay, you win something. I wanna give away like a month ago, and it was so exciting. I was like, yay, I've never won anything before either. So that was pretty cool. Now I want to enter them all, but I don't win anything anymore. So I guess that's my quota. Um, how many Juvia's Place fans? Juvia's Place? Anyone? Juvia's Place? I know some of you guys love Juvia's Place because we talked about this before. They came out with two new palettes. And they are fun and they are unique. So the one is like the Juvia's Place colors, like the blue and red. So pretty. It's or like teal and red. And those colors, I love that. Complete opposite is blue talks all the time. Oh, Siamese cats. Yeah, I had one that was a talker. But yeah, I like cats. What is what? What is are you asking me what is Juvia's Place? Are you actually asking what is Juvia's Place? Okay, Nan, I might have to revoke your winning of. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Are you actually? Nan, tell me you know what Juvia's Place is. I will show you. Do you see that stack at the end? Whoops, right there. That stack. That is Juvia's Place, but that's not all of them. That's like half my Juvia's Place palettes because the others are in here in a rotation. And let me see if I can grab one out. Oh, this is one I just got last month. Do you see? Do you see this? Nan, you got a Juvia's Place coming in your box, so don't worry about it. The Sahara is in the box. Right? Yes, it's in there. It's in there. There's a Juvia's Place in there. You're going to have one. You're going to be, girl, look at this. Do you see this? Do you see this? Now, don't try to get this one because I had to like move heaven and hell to get this one. I was so mad that I missed out on it. Now it's listed as unavailable or waitlist. That's what it is. But okay, we're just gonna do this because we can. All right, there's the swatches on my fingers. Do you see that? Do you see? Girl, seriously. You didn't get this one. I didn't give you that one because this one, it took me an act of God to get, pretty much. But I did get it. But you got, I gave you Sahara, which is somewhere over here. Let me see. I think it's in here. Here's, let's see. Here's the mini magic. Here's the Nubian. I think I have Sahara in here, don't I? Hello, Priscilla. Tell me you got Sahara in here. Where is it? These are the ones I've used, and I'm pretty sure I've used this, like used it in my three. Well, anyway, so this is the Nubian. This is like one of their original, I think. Juvia's Place. That's how you spell it. If you can read backwards, Juvia apostrophe S. Place, Place. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. It is so good. I just do a couple of these because, I can. That's it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Do you see those? Oh. Mm. They're so pigmented. They perform so well. The colors are fantastic. It's so good. Anyway, they came up with 2 new palettes. Did you guys see them? Did you guys see them? Did you buy them? Cause I did. I should say that more quietly. My husband's in the other room. $15 little 6-pan palettes. Not too bad. I also got a coupon. Oh, a lot of times the nice thing about Juvia's Place is if you got a coupon and they have a sale, they don't have a sale. But if they do, you can stack them, which is kind of nice. So you get both of the discounts. But I just use like Honey and Rakuten and a couple other places to find find them. How can it be your first time hearing Juvia's Place? Oh my goodness. It's okay. I mean, I love it. I love it because it wasn't too long ago, like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that I didn't really know about them. So, but I went and bought everything. I don't have quite everything, but I have almost. I don't have the Wahala one. Oh, and I did get Vanessa's palette too. Since I got those other 2, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get Vanessa's palette. And then I was like, oh, free shipping at this amount. Well, I may as well just go ahead and get one of their blusher, the blushed collection. One of those like 2, anyway, you know what I mean. The new one that came out, the new palette, the blush palette with the 2. The one I just came out with this last summer. I got one of those 2. Anyway, yeah, they're so good. They're so good. And I love so much of their stuff. I love their eye primer. I love their lip stuff. Oh, their lip stuff is so good. Their lipsticks, their lip liners, their lip gloss, just fabulous. Gorgeous. But their eyeshadows are what really got me. So there you go. So they have the red and the teal one, and then they have the blue icy silvery. So pretty. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, maybe it's going to be like some of the other things they've released, but I don't think so. I think they're pretty good at making sure they don't have overlap. Like even their the Rebel quads, I have all 4 of them. That's just 2 that I don't have in circulation right now. Even though they have those, I don't see duplicates in any of their other palettes. So, but yeah, I don't have Wahala 1. I don't have Masquerade. That's one I need to get for sure. And I don't have Afrique, which has to come from Ulta, but I will get that one eventually. How are the prizes? Which prizes? Oh, what I gave you? Oh, I posted that. You'll have to go back and look at my page because I'm not going to show you everything that's in the box. I'm going to just wrap it up and send it to you. So you better enjoy it. But if there is anything that you see in the picture, go back like a week or 2 and you'll see a post that shows all the stuff. It's actually my congratulations 6K thing, and then if you swipe, it'll show you what all the things are that I'm sending. If there's anything in there that you don't want, just let me know and I'll just take it out and give it to somebody else or whatever. Because I don't want to waste your time giving you stuff you really don't want. But yeah, Juvia's Place is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It will change your life, I'm telling you. I think those are the only ones I don't have of theirs that are still current. Is there a neutral one that I don't have? No, I don't think so. I think I have all the neutral ones now, which is funny because I don't really do neutrals, but they're so good. Yeah, Masquerade is really pretty, and I keep saying I'm going to get it, and then something else catches my eye. But yeah, do you have, Charlie, do you have Afrique? Because I'm curious if that's the same quality as everything else, because I haven't heard much about it. And it doesn't seem to get a whole lot of buzz or anything, but I'm just really curious. And the color story is, it's okay, but I have to get it because I have all the other ones. that's my theory anyhow. That's it. I gotta go practice for my niece's wedding because she's needy. I hope she watches this too and is like, Priscilla, that's literally how she talks, except she like we tease her all the time. She's the whiny one. She's like, I don't whine. I don't whine. Don't say I whine. I don't whine. Priscilla, It's so funny. Shadow collection videos. Okay, yeah, I'll have to take a look. So, should I get the Afrique? I'll just fast forward to that one, and then I'll go back and watch your shadow collection videos when I have time. I'm going to be watching a lot less YouTube and that sort of stuff and all that kind of stuff because I literally just said the same thing twice. But because I have my doctoral class is starting on Monday, and my niece, one of my nieces, I act as if I've only got one. I've got like 27, like no joke. But anyway, so she's like, oh, this semester's kicking my butt, and I'm like, me too, and it hasn't started until tomorrow. But I'm already looking at the workload, going, what have you done, woman? I just want to get through this doctorate. I want to finish it up. I'm halfway there. Had to take a little break because of the whole thing in Haiti, and we had to use literally all our life savings just to survive. And while we were there, and then Dominican Republic, and then it couldn't work because of COVID. Oh man, it was crazy. One of these days I'll write a book about all the crazy stuff. Okay, I'll get Afrique. I'll probably put it on and also order when they do like Black Friday, maybe. Maybe it'll be on sale. We'll see. There's a couple of other things I want to get from them too. I want to get the jungle lights. The desert lights, I'm just like, oh, look, a bunch of neutrals. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people use it and it looks really pretty, but I'm like, do I need it? Probably not. But jungle lights, Flower Beauty is what I'm talking about. You guys maybe know, probably know. That one looks really pretty, and I've heard that it's a really good deal for like the price point and the quality and whatnot. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't think I'm gonna jump at anything between now and then, unless if Juvia's Place came out with something else, of course I would. But the other one would be LA Girl. If LA Girl comes out with a palette, one of those 16-pan palettes, or really anything, I'm going to jump at it because LA Girl is another one. Do not sleep. Somebody said, was it Millie? The one who likes shiny, shifty, sparkly things. She talks so fast. Was it her? I don't want to call her out if it wasn't her. But somebody said that the LA Girl shimmers weren't good. What are you smoking? They are so good. LA Girl. Oh my goodness. Where are they? Where are you? Where are you, LA Girl? Where are you? Oh, it's right here in front. These, I've got all of these. These are so... I give you LA Girl. This one is the VIP Desert Dream. Let me just swatch a couple of these because these are so good. So good. So good. This palette. This is one actually my last winner, giveaway winner. She won one of these because this one came in crushed. You see these bottom shadows here. I'm going to show those in a second, but they came like shattered because that's what they do because they're really loosely packed. And so I let Alton know that it came broken, and they said, "Oh, we'll send you a new one." I thought they were going to like give a part credit or something like that. We'll send you a new one. I was like, okay. So I just repressed this and used the other one for a giveaway. But I figured, hey, that's actually in their favor because now I've just introduced somebody else to LA Girl that didn't know about them. That's the LA Girl formula. Do not tell me these aren't good. These are so good. They're so good. They're beautiful. My favorite shimmer formula, speaking of my birthday, and I actually have one of them here. This is my least favorite in the bunch, and it's Odin's Eye. Odin's Eye is so good with their shimmers. This is the Alva palette. I don't love this palette because it really, it's very neutral and also duplicates a lot. It's actually, the color story is really, really similar to this one. Really similar, actually, now that I look at them side by side. Super similar. But the shimmers in here are so good. So good. I don't think you can beat, for a palette formula, okay, you can beat them, maybe. But Odin's Eye is so good. So I definitely want I've already told you guys. I want the Giant Wolves palette from Annette and the collab with Annette and the Tina's Fancy Face Hummingbird. Her Hummingbird palette. The other one is really pretty. The Red Dragon is really pretty, but I don't need that color story. So I've narrowed it down to two. I need those. Those are going to be for my birthday for sure. And then I might get a couple others that are kind of the glitzy glam high end sort of thing. I want the Norvina Volume 5, that purple one. I also want the new Huda Jaguar. Is that one the cool tone one that's like purpley too? I'm also like, maybe I'll just throw in She's in Parties because I hear so much about that one. And if I can get it on a discount or something, I might grab that one too. So why do people request to be in my live video when they don't know me? And when they're showing like boobies on their profile picture? I don't want you in my live video. Why would I invite you in my live video? I don't know you and I don't want your boobies in my live video. I could have my own boobies in my live video. I don't even want my boobies in my live video. So you and your boobies. Bye. I crack me up sometimes. Yeah, so I think those are the ones that I really want. But if anybody else comes out with something and they're like, bam, then I might grab some. There are some other ones that are still on my wish list, but those are the ones that I'm really itching to get because I've gotten most of the other ones that I've been itching to get. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it, guys. I got to get ready to go or my nieces are going to kick my butt if I don't show up on time. She's always late to her own scheduled rehearsal. Let's see if she can make it on time today. I got to see if I'm gonna bring my dog because she's got to meet her cousin. We'll see. Maybe my husband will want to come too and hang out with the dogs. I don't know. He plays congas. He always plays with me in church for worship, but he doesn't want to play for the wedding. So he wasn't invited to play for the wedding. Ugh, jerks. Why didn't they invite my husband to play? Anyway, all right. I'll see you in the next one. I am so glad you guys came and joined me, and thanks for hanging out. And congratulations to our lucky winner. And Nen, you have an enjoyable time with these goodies. Send me your address and all like good stuff, and I'll get them out to you. Enjoy your Juvia's Place. You're gonna be hooked, I guarantee you. Next one will be on Wednesday night, and I'm not sure if we'll do 8 or 9. We played with the 9 o'clock time, but that seemed like that might be a little bit late, so we might go back to 8. But it seems like 1 o'clock on Sundays might be great because it seems like a lot of you guys are available. Maybe everybody goes and takes naps by the time 2 o'clock comes along. I don't know. And I don't know what time zone are you guys in, but that might have something to do with it too. So, alrighty, guys. See you in the next one. It'll be Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye. I have to hit the buttons.